everybody, let's sing this song. Come on everybody and dance along. Learning what is right is made more fun. Doing new things has just begun. KIDS TV, KIDS TV, KIDS TV. 1, 2, 3, 4. TV made for kids and by kids. Kids TV.
Let's discover, let's explore your creation and so much more. It's exciting, can't wait to see what you have in store. Surrounded by waves of your mystery, Lord, show me what you want me to be. Let's go deep, 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 deep as the ocean blue. Deep, 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 deep in my faith with you. Deep, 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 deep in my heart I see your love is endlessly deeper than the sea. Let's dive deep in our faith. Let's dive deep in our walk. Let's dive deep in our trust. Let's dive deep in our talk. Let's dive deep in your word. Let's dive deep in your ways. Let's dive deep in your love. Let's dive deep every day. Let's go deep, 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 deep as the ocean blue. Deep, 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 deep in my faith with you. Deep, 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 deep in my heart I see your love is endlessly deeper than the sea. Let's go deep.
Hello there! I am Teacher Mitch. How are you? Welcome once again to the world of science. Today, we will talk about experiments and discoveries. We asked some pupils of GLCAC, what is an experiment? And why do we experiment? Some shared what they plan to invent or discover when they become scientists. Let's watch all this.
I'm Elmo. I love doing experiments. Experiments are fun. Help me learn about things. Experiments are tests. Teach us about truth. And find out facts. Experiments are important because without them, there never be a solution to this pandemic. And I will never be free again.
An experiment is trying out of a new idea or method to see what it is like and what effects it has. As develop thoughtfulness, problem solving skills helps us understand the world.
fun. Experiment is a test used to discover something unknown. We do experiments out of curiosity to do something to see what will be the results. Sometimes it's quite fun to do the experiments. You will certainly learn new things either by watching the results or along the process of making the experiments.
Undertaken to test our hypothesis or demonstrate a known fact. Experiment provides us with knowledge of the physical world, and it's experiment that provides the evidence that grounds this knowledge. Experiment plays many roles in science. One of its important roles is to test theories and to provide the basis for scientific knowledge. It can also call for a new theory, either by showing that an accepted theory is incorrect or by exhibiting a new phenomenon that is in need of explanation.
What is experiment? Is an action or process trying out new ideas, methods, or activity. Why do we experiment? We perform experiment to provide insights, to gather information or data, to know the cause and effect, and to find answers to questions by testing a hypothesis.
An experiment is a test mostly done by scientists to discover something that anyone can do too. We do experiments when we have a question in mind. And then we test it to know if it works or if it is true.
Hi, I'm Bianca. I'm from Kobe, Japan.
What is an experiment?
An experiment is a procedure that tests your hypothesis
And why do we need to experiment?
to discover new things.
If you become a scientist, what do you want to invent and discover?
I want to invent a teleportation device will take me to different places or my school.
Oh, okay, thank you.
Bye. Hi, I'm Trisha. I'm from Kobe, Japan.
What is an experiment?
Experiment is a science activity
Why do we need to experiment?
to learn new things.
And if you become a scientist, what do you want to invent?
I want to invent a rocket pack.
Oh, what is a rocket man?
A rocket pack is like when you wear it, it's like a backpack. And also, when you wear it, you fly.
Oh, it can make you fly. Thank you, Trisha.
Bye.
If you will be a scientist, what do you want to discover or invent?
Hi everyone, my name is Kai Sebastian M. Santos from Kinder to Faith. If I will be a scientist, I will heal the world. I will invent a natural, efficient, painless, and affordable medicine to cure and stop the COVID-19 and pandemic. So we will not scared to go outside, especially to a kid like me. I can play with my friends and we can hang out with our families. We will not hesitate to kiss and hug and magmano to our relatives. Most especially to be able to go to school and meet all my classmates and teachers.
discover or invent. The first one is a helping hand. For disabled people, it would help people with these abilities to help them do what they were born to do. We always treat people the way we want to be treated, even they are different. The second one is a time machine. I want to go back to normal world, no virus and no sickness. To live normal and happy. It will be really amazing.
Hi everyone, my name is Isabella May Elder Cruz. If I'm going to become a scientist, I will invent a healing machine. Why? Because I want everyone to be healthy so that they can spend long time with their families. Thank you. Bye.
If I am a scientist, I'll discover a medicine that can cure all sicknesses.
Hi kids and parents, I'm Doc Jing, and for today, I'm gonna show you the top 3 great inventions and discoveries in science and technology. Are you ready, little scientists? Come and join me as we explore the wonders of these inventions.
It is evening. Peppa and George are in the sitting room, dancing to their favourite song. Daddy Pig is in the hallway, vacuuming the carpet. And Mummy Pig is in her study, doing important work on her computer.
Oh,
Oh!
Oh!
Mummy! Daddy! It's gone all dark and the music is broken.
And my vacuum won't work.
and my computer has switched off.
Ooh!
Mummy Pig tries the light switch, but the lights do not come on.
Can you imagine life without electricity? There will be total darkness during nighttime, and we cannot enjoy the things that we usually do, like watching TV or using your computer. It was Benjamin Franklin who discovered electricity. Do you know how? On June 10, 1752, he flew a kite during a thunderstorm and tied a metal key to the string. When lightning struck, the electricity in the air charged the metal key because when Benjamin touched the key with his knuckles, sparks jumped from the key to his hand. He therefore concluded that lightning is a form of electricity. Next is airplanes. Have you ever wondered how a huge airplane can fly in the air? Thanks to the Wright brothers, Orville and Wilbur Wright spent years in designing and doing test flights until on December 17, 1903, they were able to finally make the very first airplane fly at about 150 meters high for just almost 1 minute of flight. 1 minute flight? It will just probably take me from GLCAC to Jollibee at Camyas for that 1 minute flight. Not bad at all since at least there's no traffic in air. Last in our list is the invention of the telephone. Before this, writing letters is the only form of communication we had. Back then, people did not have text messages, cellular phones, and internet. Sending and receiving of letters may take days to months depending on the location the letters are sent to. The telephone was invented by Alexander Graham Bell in 1876. but it did not look like the phones we use today. However, they have always been used for the same purpose, and that is to communicate with another person in another place. For example, someone in the Philippines can speak to someone in America instantly, thanks to the invention of the telephone. And these are just a few of the inventions and breakthroughs that mankind had more than a century ago. Now, what do you want to discover and probably invent? Let's work on it and be the scientist and inventor of this generation. Goodbye!
Good day, advancers. I'm Mrs. Pengson, the principal of God's Love Children's Advancement Center. Today, I have some reminders for you as you do your experiments. So lend me your ears and be mindful of my reminders. Okay, kids, let's begin. Number 1, prepare and complete all the materials that you will be needing in doing your experiment. Number 2, be sure you understood the steps to be taken in doing the experiment. If you have questions, feel free to ask your teachers, and I'm sure that they are always willing to help and assist. Number 3, be careful in using the materials that may cause you harm. There are some experiments that may be needing the use of sharp objects, fragile materials, and materials that can easily break, or chemicals and substances that may be harmful. Do not perform experiments without anyone watching over you. You need your guardians to assist you, but just make sure that they won't do the experiments for you. Number 4, wear proper attire while doing the experiment. Just be in uniform. Your hair need not be meddling with your eyes and face. Use goggles, face mask, gloves, if there is a need to. Don laboratory coats. Use apron if needed. It is best to protect yourselves when doing experiments. Next reminder, be sure to document all your findings in the experiment. Proper documentation and recording of results will help you in coming up with an accurate conclusion and generalization. And lastly, observe carefully using your 5 senses. Observation is very important in an experiment. What you see, hear, smell, taste, or feel will be your basis for the results. Good luck on your future experiment. I hope you learned something from me. Thank you, kids, for listening. See you next time.
Have you ever wondered why ketchup bottles have "shake well before use" on their labels? Because if you don't, the ketchup will not come out of the bottle. And why is that so? Hi, my name is Teacher Riza, and welcome to my Amazing Lab. Today, we will talk about viscosity. Viscosity is a property of fluids. It measures the fluid's resistance to flow. Fluids like ketchup are called non-Newtonian fluids. when under force to either more liquid or more solid. Do you want to see how non-Newtonian fluids behave? Let's discover and experiment. Audio Jungle. I have here a few basic materials: water, food coloring, and cornstarch. And to make our non-Newtonian fluid, we will just mix 1/2 cup water and a bit of coloring. Then we will add this to 1 cup cornstarch. Using a wooden spoon, just mix it. If you find it hard to mix, just use your hands, but don't forget to wear gloves. I have formed a ball here, and when you continue to apply pressure on it, by passing from one hand to another, it behaves as a solid. Now, if you rest it, it becomes a liquid. Amazing! Let's do it again. That's how the viscosity of non-Newtonian fluids changes when force or pressure is applied. You can also do this experiment at home. For little kids, make sure you will be supervised by grown-ups. Let's continue to discover and experiment.
Hi, my name is Teacher Che, and this is your Eureka moment. Eureka is a Greek word which means I found it in English. This is an expression used by some scientists when they discovered or succeeded in experiments. Do Eureka moments come so easily? Or does it take time and a lot of patience? Let's listen to some of Kids TV friends as they talk about the values that successful scientists and researchers possess. We also have a very special feature for this episode that every Filipino will be so proud about.
Hello everyone, my name is Kate and I am a food scientist. So the first question is, what have I contributed so far to science or research? Now, as a food scientist, basically I work with food products, okay? So it's a very exciting field. Something you probably don't know involves a lot of science, okay? So as a food scientist, I work with food products, and in my field, what I do is I experiment, okay? So I develop products that you guys are enjoying, okay? So all the snacks that you eat, the things that all the canned goods, the processed foods that you see in the market are some of the products that we as food scientists work on. Okay, so what have I contributed so far? Now, in my 20 years of job as a food scientist, I'm grateful that I have been able to work with companies that produce different kinds of products. Okay, so I remember from my first job, I worked with a company. You probably know them. I worked on crackers, biscuits, cookies, under the brand of Presto Creams and Magic Flakes. So I know you have eaten them probably more than once in your life. And I have worked with people working on Jack and Jill potato chips, piatos, all these different kinds of foods and snacks that you see in the market. Now, also I have worked on frozen seafood, okay, and also cheese products. And I worked with a company wherein all of us food scientists work on different types of products. It can be chocolates, candies, and all these other products. So my contribution really is developing new products that really excite people and buying customers like you kids. So all the things that your mom prepares for you, for your baon in school, for your snacks now at home, because we are all doing schooling at home, all these things, you will expect a team of food scientists and engineers behind those products. Okay, so really, really amazing, right? Now the next question is, what are the values that I would say are very important to be a successful scientist or researcher? I could probably name 3 or 4 values that I think are very important for scientists and researchers. One is you have to be very curious. You have to somehow, think of why things happen and how things work. Okay, so that's how scientists that's the mindset of scientists. Okay, so as a food scientist, I would think, how would I develop a bubblegum flavored chocolate? Okay, don't you think that's gonna be an amazing product? Or maybe a cheese product that tastes like spaghetti or cheeseburger, right? So those are the things that we think of as food scientists. You have to be very curious. You have to know why things happen. Like if you put this ingredient together with this ingredient, what happens? Okay, so you have to be very curious. Another thing is you have to be very courageous, because sometimes when you do experiments as a scientist, things don't work out. Okay, so and sometimes you feel defeated. Oh, like my experiment didn't work out. But you have to be brave to do another round of experiment until you get the results that you want. Okay, and another trait is you have to be patient, because as a scientist, you do experiments over and over again until you get information and results that will bring you closer to the outcome that you want. Okay, so you have to be patient. You have to, because you'll be doing things over and over again. And the last thing is you have to be persistent. Okay, so when things don't work out on the first try, then just keep doing it and keep doing it. And you'll get to where you want to be in terms of the product that you want to develop or invent, or in my case, the food product that I want to make. Okay, so I hope this information has been helpful to you kids, and one day all of you, or maybe most of you, would become scientists in the future. Thank you so much, and this is Kate once again. Bye!
So what value should a successful scientist or researcher have? I think there are 2 important things. One, I think they should be creative. I think they should be able to come up with original answers to unique problems and solutions to questions that the world has. I also think that they have to be hardworking. They often say that research is 99% hard work and 1% of reward. If you imagine trying to dig for some hidden treasure, sometimes you can be digging for days, for weeks, for months, and sometimes you won't even find the treasure. But when you do find the treasure, you do realize that all of the hard work is worth it just for the treasure. I think the world needs more researchers. I think that researchers and scientists are cool, and I wish all the best to the students that want to become one in the future.
I will answer the question about what values should a successful scientist or researcher possess. I believe that a successful scientist and researcher have 3 points. Number 1 is sincere attitude toward the research. Even if the research are not what they're expected, I think that they have perseverance to question why the Results were not what they expected and they continued research. Number 2 is ability to communicate politely with research collaborators. I believe that they have the ability to communicate carefully with their surroundings and collaborators in order to have them cooperate with the research. Number 3 is responsibility for the research results. There are cases where the results of one's own research are misused against one's own intentions. In order to prevent this from happening, I believe that they take the utmost care in conducting their research and publishing the results.
I was then a science research teacher, and I was one of the 4,000 nominees from all over the world who competed at the Intel International Science and Engineering Fair teaching competition. And eventually, I was chosen as one of the 5 grand finalists. We competed in the US, we showed our innovations for teaching, answered interviews, and finally, I emerged as the grand winner. I believe that being a woman helps me to make my message to promote education more effective because being a woman, they look at me also as a mother. And in our country, we perceive mothers to be more nurturing, compassionate, and loving. Since more educators in the Philippines are women, they can easily empathize with me and my message. To all aspiring leaders out there, continue to pursue your passion. Develop your skills and potential to the fullest, and please use these talents, skills, and opportunities to help build our nation.